presentation. So I think we are all in for a treat to get all the specific details that go along with being a content provider, on this platform. As I said before, most of us has spent the last 90 plus days focusing on the marketing team. And now we're going to focus just a little bit today, on the actual individuals who will be bringing their content to the platform for the marketing team to actually market. So again, welcome everyone who is hopping on. Dr. Princess McCullough, welcome. Glad to have you here. All right, the time is ticking down. We're almost there. We're almost there to get ready to start. And again, I would ask that everyone, once we start the actual presentation, that you keep your lines muted so that we don't interrupt Dr. O as he gives us this great information. And we will be having a Q&A at 6 p.m. Eastern directly after this for those who still have enough time to hop on that and get your questions answered, because I'm sure there will probably be some questions that you're going to have. But again, welcome everyone. Leaf, welcome. Glad to have you on, brother. We have a Michael Cole coming on right now. We have a bunch of people hopping on. And we'll be getting started in roughly less than 60 seconds. So prepare yourselves again so that you can grab all of this great information that he's going to share. Something that I truly believe that, again, if you have a message to share and you haven't been quite sure of how to get your message out to the entire world, I totally believe that this is the platform to help you do that. And when Dr. O starts sharing the information about how you can do that, hopefully you can see the vision as so many of us have seen. So with that being said, looks like we are at the top of the hour as I get ready to introduce Dr. O, who's going to be giving this presentation. Again, I'd like to say welcome everyone to this presentation where we're going to be, showing you all of you speakers, trainers, coaches, authors, and entrepreneurs, how you can take your message to the next level. And I have the distinct pleasure and honor of introducing the presenter for today. He is more than just a good friend, one of my closest friends, one of my brothers in arms who spent 20 plus years in the United States Marine Corps, served just about everywhere, multiple combat tours. Unfortunately, multiple Purple Hearts to go along with it. He is a global entrepreneur who has started and ran multiple business, matter of fact, 30 plus businesses, successful $100 million businesses, and has also trained Fortune 500 companies all over the world. He spoke, specifically and personally spoken all around the world, just like most of us on this call are looking to do in our future. Again, he is a wealth of knowledge. His educational background is probably more extensive than anyone that I personally know. That's why it gives me great pleasure and it is a great honor to introduce my friend, my brother from another mother, one of my closest friends on earth, Dr. Obom Bowen. Take it, brother.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vinny. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, where you find yourself in the world today. I'm absolutely excited to be on today, and I'm going to refrain myself as much as I can from being a little too excited because this is something that I personally have been waiting for a very long time for myself. I was going to launch a company around the same, but I'll share that story a little bit. But before I actually jump into anything, ladies and gentlemen, here today, I would be remiss if I didn't say a few kind words about the gentleman that just introduced me. And for those of you who don't know, he's literally my absolute favorite person on planet Earth. And for those of you who know that I'm extremely happily married with my wife, and the average person might say, well, your wife should be your absolute favorite person on earth. And I'll tell you this, if it wasn't for this gentleman, there wouldn't have been a wife, because there was a very, very dark time in my life where I was actually contemplating suicide, taking my own life over 2 years. And it was his leadership, his tutelage, his mentorship that really saved me from committing, the ultimate unforgivable sin. And that's taking my own life, because when you rob the creator of his vision, you're going to punish for that. So Vinny, I thank you so much sincerely from the heart. And it's just beautiful. So before we jump into everything else, again, thank you so much, Vinny. I appreciate you and love you so much. Man love, by the way, for all those of you who are thinking any different. But on a serious note, I'm excited to be sharing this information with a lot of you today. If you're a speaker, trainer, entrepreneur, content provider, and why here, I'm just drawing with some of the closest people on the earth who are really, really near and dear to my heart. Our leadership team, starting from left to right, going over with Ms. Fasana Patel, who's been my CEO of Global Operations for the OB Mastermind, and Vinny Cochran, our leadership director for the entire organization globally, and Ms. Annie Koshi, we call her the Ninja. It's just a pleasure working with this young woman. And Stephanie Bowen, one of the most amazing young ladies you'll find. She's bilingual and just really did an amazing job in the French presentation earlier today. So bienvenue and welcome to you all as well. And then my other aerodynamic brother from another mother, Mr. Robert Raymond Riopel. Robert's been a coach and mentor, and most recently a very, very good friend. And all of us are all coaches, trainers, and entrepreneurs. So before I actually jump into the actual content of today, I'm going to give you a little context and a little bit of who I am, what I've done, and why this might be important for you, and why your message might be a fit for us here in ASCIRA, and then also a little bit on the steps of what it's going to take for you to be on our platform and go through that process. So if you're accepted on that process, we're going to walk you through what that's like today, and then also share with you the opportunity, because some of you might ask the same question of, well, how is your company going to be able to actually video record us, edit professionally? On average, the average content provider course that goes up on our platform in our community roughly average out somewhere between 10 to 18,000 US dollars for that. And that's because of the business model that we have, and I'll share a little bit of that at the end with you also. But I want you to know this. As Vinny mentioned, I spent over 20 years in the Marine Corps, the last 25 years studying human behavior, psychology, and human development. I'm actually the #1 expert in the world. Currently, I've been mentoring, coaching, and consulting a lot of the large brands like Walmart stores, Jaffa Cosmetics, Night Media, Covia, Chevron Oil, Walgreens, and so many other billion-dollar household brands that you know. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because the average person looking at what we're about to share, #1, it's new, it's revolutionary, and it's transcendent to where we are in the world currently right now. And when you have that, any great thing, I just want you to know, as an educated individual, you have to know this. Any great company always go through 3 stages significantly. The first, it's violently opposed when there's a new concept or idea. It's highly ridiculed, and then it's wildly accepted throughout the world. Same as with Pepsi Cola, same as with iPhone recently, same as with Facebook when it was coming out, same as with everything. TikTok, everyone said it was not going to work, and it's now the fastest growing social media platform out there. So what we're going to talk about today, really, really simply, is our platform, how you can get on it, and what we are as a social community. So as a social community, ASCIRA, the company, we are a social learning community. So in this social lifestyle learning community that we have, here's the significant difference before I jump into anything else. There's so many other social communities out there. And this is also being live streamed to Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you think about it this way: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of the other social media platforms are social learning communities. They do one specific thing that we do the very opposite of. They extract value from its community, meaning you're on the community as aggregated information for them to market and the algorithm of your personal likes and dislikes to sell to other companies. And that's a great business model. What we do as a social learning community is we infuse value into our community in the form of money, right? So by putting a lot of your work and content on there. So as a company, who we are is this. We are an on-demand platform that provides content by you. Most of you that are on here today, this presentation is specifically for you if you are an author, whether you speak from a platform, if you're a speaker, you're a trainer, you're a leader around the world. Our mission is to do this: provide the high value, exceptional benefits to empower people, elevate their mindsets, to unleash their human potential and improve the quality of their life through your work. And we're going to help you do that. So when you're looking at what we have here, and a lot of these are just shots of slides from our actual new website, which is secret right now, that you won't have. It won't be available until another 4 weeks. But this is a sneak preview for you and how we plan to get you and your message out there. So think about this for a second. There's a community that wants to get your information and put it on a platform that there's already paid subscribers. Ask yourself this: would you donate your best work? Would you donate your best work to a platform with paid subscribers? And when they see your best work, they like your best work, they want to connect and work with you, they can connect with you directly, whether it's through your social media platform, whether it's through an email, whether it's through your website. They can come to you directly and get your courses upsold to them at 100% of your cost. And the company wants nothing for that. And so that's basically what we're doing. And we are creating a more conscious and connected world by teaching people how to actually become the greatest version of themselves by utilizing your best work. So while doing good for the planet and actually the human race. So let's go for it. When you look at what we have, our founder, John Sartorius, pictured here in Dubai, as I mentioned earlier, we're a social lifestyle community with a mission to do what? To bring like-minded people like you together and share your best work to the planet. So some of you may recognize some of these amazing, talented leaders that's pictured here as well. You can Google their names, you'll find out who they are. They're branded globally around the world. Here's what some folks are already saying about us. I can read through some of these to show you how simple this is. Obviously, the one in the middle is in Spanish. If you read Spanish, you can read it yourself. But here's what Annie Chan from Singapore said. She got to know ASCIRA at the start of 2020, which was around January when we were initially sharing this to some of those on the in crowd, if you may. And ASCIRA, with its online learning, travel portal, social media, and e-commerce, will tear down all borders and let business simply flow. That's really what we're doing, and most of you are going to see that now. I definitely highly encourage you to take some notes and pay close attention today, because I'm going to go through some of the information really fast. But for you, right after this presentation, I'm actually going to go into a question and answer so we can converse back and forth and answer any questions for you. Right, so you can read through some of those. And when you're looking at on our website, once we go live, when you come down here, you'll see the opportunity to actually become a content provider. Once you click on that to become a content provider, you'll be taken on the exclusive behind the scene where you can actually become one of our content providers and reach our global audience. And when I say global audience, let me just kind of share with you what's been going on. Over the course of the last 97 days, the company has been in what we're calling pre-launch. And our focus is really to build our sales force. And with any company, any business, most of you as coaches, creators, speakers, and trainers, you know that your business, just like any other one, requires two things to thrive, and that's sales and marketing. So we're actually building our sales force. We're going to be doing that for the next few months to be able to market you and your content globally. So we're already in 50 different countries, and you'll get a chance to see some of what's going on. But when you look here, you have the opportunity to turn your knowledge into profits, which is what you're pretty much already doing. But here, we're offering you the opportunity to shoot you, market you, and sell you in a professional light, done for you professionally, so you have the ability to basically grow your brand, inspire the world, and join our community. So as you're building your brand, you get a chance to build your brand and increase your global reach, right, in markets that you probably would have never marketed in before. Now, let me show you why this is important and why I did it. I actually own my own social media marketing company. And most of you, if you've done ads or market yourself anywhere else, you know it costs some money. We're taking that cost up front for you. But imagine having your information transcribed in Chinese, in French, in Spanish, so that others can do it. You know, that's a costly thing to do if you're going to do it yourself, right? So the ASCIRA content providers, you have a chance. You're highly passionate about what you do already anyways. We just are looking to highlight that to the world, right? So the majority of you are already well-spoken and you're able to deliver your message clearly. We're just giving you a wider audience. So you're going to ask yourself, well, what's in it for you, right? We'll give you that opportunity. Some of these other folks that are already on our platform, you can see like Gary Backer, the white guy, this gentleman, over 23-time award-winning author, and Cindy Wang, she's one of the most inspiring authors and speakers in Asia, right? So there's so many more. I know some of you might, here's some of the actual frequently asked questions we got. I'm just gonna go through some of them for you really fast, because your mind might be going through and asking number one, right? How should I actually get started with the application process? And what I'll share with you is this. You can connect back to the person that invited you, and they'll actually get you the email to send over to our content review board, which I'll get a chance to show you some of those individuals. But how should I get started with the application? It's very simple. So I can read through a lot of it, but I would love to slow down and have some of you read too. But I'm going to read through it myself so I know that everybody gets 100% of the information today. Start planning your course. What we're looking for is basically 20 modules, videos, 10 minutes apiece. You think of your course, deliver your course outline, and you'll be able to deliver your course with us, professionally done, in studio, professionally edited, and retouched how it needs to be. How long should it be? Basically, roughly between 180 to 220 minutes of content per course. So if you have more courses, you can. And here's the amazing thing about this. You have the ability to give ASCIRA the opportunity to put your content on our platform. Now, here's the thing. You still retain your rights to your intellectual property for your content. We're not looking to take the rights of your content at all. Our rights is just to exclusively market it on our platform for you. So what should I send with my application if I would like to become a content provider? And that's why you're probably here today, so you can learn. And obviously that's a great question, and it's pretty easy. In your application, you want to be able to include the following: your bio, a professional profile photo, one vertical and one horizontal shot, and of course a summary, the 20 video titles that you will be teaching your social media profiles, and any past work that you have done. And then one more thing, don't forget a digital audition. What is a digital audition? It's just a simple video that tells a little bit about you, who you are, what you plan to put on the ASCIRA platform. And our content review board will go through that information. Now, you might be asking, why provide all of that? Because if you are accepted to go on our platform, I'll show you later on what that looks like, because once your courses is up, you have the ability to have our entire tribe globally reach out to you via all your social media platforms, even down to your YouTube channel or your website, right? So what's the digital audition? I already mentioned that. That's the video that you're going to put together. How long should a digital audition be? It should be short and sweet. Make sure it's around 5 to 10 minutes long, and save it as a YouTube link so you can send it over very easily, right? So a few more of the top 10 questions that's asked. What's the benefits of being an ASCIRA content provider? Well, being one of our content provider, you will actually enjoy an all expense paid to get you and your content recorded in Hollywood quality recording and post-production. Your content will be exposed to our entire community around the world, not forgetting ongoing engagement opportunities. So when you say ongoing engagement opportunities, we have bridged the digital, physical, and the virtual together. So we will be having live events, and you'll be able to come to those live events, speak at our live events, connect with our community live. In other words, be able to connect with those in our community who are potential clients for whether your coaching programs, speaker training programs, whatever it is you have. And you saw that earlier, it's an all expense paid for you to come out to our studios and get your stuff done. Who else is going to give you the opportunity? No one else. We understand that we are the #1 platform in the world, so we're looking for the #1 content providers, and we're willing to pay that top dollar to get your work on our platform. So how long does it take for approval? And depending on the submissions we get, it can take up to 30 days before you hear from us. Up to. Doesn't mean that something you send yours, we might be finished with a batch within a couple of days, it'll be there, but we're working quickly as we can. One tip for you though is this: the more complete your application is, the faster you will find out from us, right? So don't be that professional or not so professional person that just as you want to hurry it up, fire it over, and then go piece by piece. Do it all together. One shot, one kill, you're done. And do you get any remuneration for your content? Now, here's the deal. Let's talk money for a second. Once you actually have been selected as our content provider, ASCIRA invests thousands, like I said before, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in your video courses, and it's all high quality Hollywood style filming and post-production will actually be part of the process. So all the content providers can have an ASCIRA independent associate account, which you can do with the person that invited you to get started here, so you can actually participate in our compensation plan as well, which I'll talk about later on, right? So that you can be the learners and teachers on our platform, which is a low monthly cost on our subscription platform of basically $99. Folks are getting your content, mine, several others that are already here. We already have hundreds, which we'll show you guys a little bit of. And question number 10, will you be looking, or who will be looking at your application, which I'll show you those amazing individuals here in a second. So at ASCIRA, we work as a team, and we have a board of experienced experts from all sectors, who are from movie producers to creative directors, all professors that in academia. Our board is pretty extensive. I'm just going to show you about 3 of them, the top 3 of them today. But where we basically give the opportunity to shine the light on you, besides making you a superstar, your content is extremely important as well, and it needs to be this, relevant and current content, right? So take a look at some of the folks on our review board. You can read on the left. I'll still read for you here. My mouth's dry today. I don't know what's going on. But I'll drink some water. In order to provide greater transparency and high quality content for our members in ASCIRA, we've called for the establishment of this board. So if you look here, put our top 3, we have Travis Fox, who's been an Emmy Award winning producer and actor, Curtis Randall, who's been in the industry for over close to 30 years, and Dave Doyle, who's a TEDx producer. Now listen, these are the quality of folks you're sending your work to. Where else in the world, they work for some of the best television studios in the world, where else would you be able to have such an opportunity at no cost to you to build your brand? Now I want to show you a little bit of what our course catalog looks like in the back. So if your mics are, if you're not on mute, please do so and mute yourself real quick. I'd appreciate it. Let me see here, mute, go down. Who else is not on mute? Just a quick second here for an admin break. Awesome, so everybody else is on mute. Thank you so much for muting yourselves too. Here's our course catalog, which featured a wide variety of courses. I'm going to flip through some of these. So as you see, we have courses in different languages, in all cultures, and shows what we have. My course was actually up on there in the beginning back in February. Mine on human behavior psychology, heart-led living, blockchain, right, which is cryptocurrency. There's so much more. A lot of professionals that are already on the course. As you saw earlier, one of my very dear friends, Mr. Robert Raymond Riopel, the authority key. And Robert's been one of the most sought-after speakers and trainers in the world. He's been in his craft, mastering it, for close to 20 years. Right? Another very good friend of mine, obviously, Dave Doyle himself, that's on there, Positive Mental Attitude, and Darren Kidd, The Ultimate Guide to Network Marketing, Why Power by Gary Vacca, and actually The Vision by John Satoris, our founder himself. So some amazing courses on our platform. And if you notice, we have a lot. You know, Asia is 2/3 of the world. So think about it. As a content provider, speaker, trainer, an author, would you want your information branded in Asia, in India? And let me pause here for a second as we kind of go through with some of these. One of our other really, really good dear friends, you're in a superpower with Miss Terry Robert Young, right? Just think about this for a second. I'm going to slow down here. My focus prior to ASCIRA was getting my course and material out to India, Asia, the Emirates, because that is more than 2/3 of the world, marketing to them. So when ASCIRA posed the opportunity for me to put my work on a platform that is going to brand me, market me, and sell my course to, for most of you, if you didn't know this, that India and Asia are the two largest consumers of English material to date. That's over 3.7 billion humans want your content. And guess what? They love the best content from North America. North Americans have been in the personal development space or training or self-help space for so long, and most of the world is coming together with it, and they want to help you be able to really brand you and put you on there. So I had a couple courses that I put out. One of them, obviously, I'm going to pick my dear friends that I know. So this is what your course looks like when you're on our platform. So the course looks like this. At first, your description of the course. There's Robert's course. There's the intro video for it, where you can click on there to continue learning and go while you're there. But it gives you a breakdown of the different modules. In his, you'll see the first one about mentorship, action, success, through celebration, right? And all the modules as it continues to go all the way down to the end of it. And as you see here also where it says Robert, where he's from in Canada, it shows you the location and geography of where the presenter is from, or the teacher, the trainer, where you're from. And then as you see there, it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all his social media presence that's there, the description of who Robert is, more of what that actually looks like, and breaks it down. So when you look at this, you go back through in the academy, and anyone clicks on any of those courses, that's what it looks like. Imagine them clicking on yours, and you're branded globally. Now, in our community, I'm just trying to break this down a little bit, what our community looks like, to show you on an average person. So you'll see our community very similar to Facebook, right? It's called ASCIRA Social, but ours is specifically designed for one thing: growth. Now, growth for some people is painful. Well, for everyone, it's painful. We just have to get used to it. So I would break, this is just the basic here. We're not getting advanced yet. But if you look over here on the right-hand side where it says, be the best, learn now, legendary success, enroll now, these are all different new courses that will be cycling through. So this will be changing several times daily. So it's like a rolling circuit. All right, so on here you have, this is the profile for Super B. Super B is my very dear friend and actually the COO of the company. So it shows you how much she's actually following or followers that she has. Obviously, as you can see, this is in test mode. So there's not a lot except for just a lot of the leadership that has access to this right now. It tells a little bit of her activity, friends, polls, mentions. Like the at mentions here are basically, for example, if she put at, you know, say Robert Leopold, like with this one here with Sue Demas, she is a great leader. So the comment with that, over here you have the comments, you have the shout outs, and then the best of, which is the so she go down. She's sharing here about all her courses. Now on the left hand side where it says course discussions, these are all the different courses that she has enrolled in her profile already. Oops, let me go back for a second. In her profile, so you can see there's basically 18 different courses there, her different groups that she has, what she's able to share. It says here just comments about those speakers and trainers from wherever they are, our comments there, and then here's a little poll that she was running. You can do and just create polls within your own profile, your economy, your culture, your group that you're building, or in our case, that they're building, talking about your courses, talking about your teachings, talking about your trainings. This was just a random one she put together. Hey, can I find out what color you like the most, red or blue? Right, just kind of interacting. Those are just standard random things to do, right? So on here, it shows her polls and everything else that she's doing a little bit. So when you look at what I mentioned earlier, here are the mentions she's talking about master sales, this master sales course, and she can actually go and type in here. Now I know who has this master sales course, and she can just type in the at, and that actually put that the person's name, that instructor, and then it brands it in hers for all her friends to go and tag and promote. And once that, we have gamified the process, and I'll show you a little bit more of how that helps. Here she can put in the URL, the image, or take a poll on it, whatever it is. But when you're looking at that type of interaction, this is kind of what her dashboard looks like. So in the gamification process, we know it's so much fun to keep us interactive and entertained. Here on her dashboard, you see she has 18 courses. She's put in 52 hours of watching courses in total. She's located in Dubai, has a website or connection there so you can connect and reach out with this person, tells you who she is, part of us staff, the posts that she's had, and then achievements that she's received. Here it shows you, she's an active member, members who have basically 10 or more social interactions a month, so she'll get a badge for that, and it shows you all the other things about her. This is just the about section, and then if you click on activity, shows you a little bit of the activity. So it's a very active community engaging with your work, your courses, promoting to others. Now, this is where it actually kind of gets very exciting and interesting for you, because inside the academy for everyone else, because it's, remember I said it's the gamification process, they earn points and different things. It shows you here, for example, she watched this course, success means 100% on board, 40%, 20% of my course, 10% of this one, right? She had a total of 52 hours, but she's just kind of keeping around with some of those courses, and it actually measures and keeps a percentage of what that person has watched. Then it goes deeper into that individual's network on how many followers they have or who they're following. So this is the one person she started following. And as you can see on our board down here, it has everything from home, daily news, things that come up, best resources, inbox, and profile. And this brings me to one of my very favorite spaces. So I want you to think about this for a second. You're a speaker, trainer, author, coach, entrepreneur. This is my absolute favorite part because I'm a very astute note taker. Imagine from your digital courses, this individual is taking notes. So from the notebook section, they can pull up in the account, take notes on your course. Imagine going to one of your live events 6, 8, 10 months later, that note is organized every single time. So they keep a journey with you, a journey with everything else. Then they have the case study so they can run for themselves or others, the library, the resources, and useful links. So for example, they might say, you know what, useful links, I like, go back to course here. I like this guy, this guy, this guy, that gal, this guy, this one. Take the links for their courses, and I have them in my useful link section. I can always go to your site because it's like your favorites. When you think about the ability to find anyone, to take notes continuously, it's one notebook that you have, and you can organize your notes everywhere you go. So I'm going to take another look at course here for a second so you understand a little more in depth of what's actually happened with the course. So here's Darren's course. Obviously, same as like Robert tells a little bit about it. But once you're in the course module now, this is when it gets a little exciting. So in here, we have, as you can see, it says the ultimate guide shows you where she's at, 25% in this one. She's on the third module, but you get a chance to see, here we have 3 different areas: path, learners, and discuss. Oh, this is where it gets very exciting, ladies and gentlemen, about you and your growth and how popular. So courses on our platform are rated by viewership and popularity and what's actually happening. So if you're an engaging teacher and trainer, you can engage and help your folks. So some more on the path, but here's, as you saw here on the path, the path is basically the courses, the modules she's in. Learners shows that in this course right now, she was the only one in there. Now, if there's 100 people, 1,000, 10,000 people who actually started learning from this course, your course, then those are all the learners there that Super B is at. But right now, she's the only learner there in that course, right? So with that, she's in that group, and if she wants to start a discussion, then in the discussion portion, she can go and type and break the ice. We call that, break the silence, start a discussion. She can put in a link, a URL, an image, or take a poll, and anything else. Now, here's what you want to think about. When you have your courses across the world. We're hundreds of thousands of millions because we're taking our platform beyond a billion. And as I said before, the last 97 days, all we've been doing is building the sales force because 80% of our company will be those who subscribe to our platform. 80%. So because we know that, we're building the sales force aggressively first to be able to handle the onslaught of what's going to happen once the world finds out what we're doing when we officially launch. But this is where folks on our platform can be having discussions for your course, what they like, maybe what they didn't like, recommendations, but start having a whole lot of discussions, and they gain points for all those things too. So the whole process is gamified. So when you look at Darren's course, once it's finished, you get there, that person say, you know what? You don't even have to finish. It's like, wow, I like this guy. Like, you know, let me just go to his profile on Facebook and see what he's like. And you click on Facebook, boom, branding at its finest. Because here's Darren's professional page from within our platform. And I'm going to slow down here for a second. Where else in the world right now, seriously, to all you coaches, trainers, entrepreneurs, content providers, that someone is offering you the opportunity to professionally put your work on a platform, market it to their sales force, and if they want to reach out to you directly so that you can upsell them to whatever other programs you might have, and they were not asking you for remuneration, where else in the world can you find that opportunity? Well, the answer is ASCIRA. That's why we're sharing with you today. Giving you the opportunity first. Because here's the deal. As you saw, we already have a few hundred folks on our platform. We're only going to grow. The ask for you here today, we're not looking to say like, hey, we really want to just kind of get your work on the platform. We're looking for the best. There is a process to make sure that you are the best. Once you're accepted, you are now one of the first in the world to be marketed in multiple languages. Maybe you have probably build and market your business in North America. Have you thought of South America? Have you tried translating your work into French, Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish, French, any other language? Have you tried? If you have, you know it's extremely an expensive process. What happens 8, 9, 12, 18 months from now when there's over 500,000 individuals on our platform? How many of them will find your course or topic that's relevant? And how many of them will find you on social media? How many of them are going to look out for you on LinkedIn or reach out to your YouTube? How many of them? Ask yourself, it's not how many of them, it's how many of them do you want? So that's what we're offering. And you get the opportunity to stay tuned because the live version is coming very soon. Now, I'm going to transition a little bit and talk about the opportunity here with ASCIRA, what you actually have. All right, so the first half was to share with you as the professional you are, how we plan to have you on our platform, market you to the world, to our customers, to our subscription-based platform. And the answer to that question you have of, why would we offer to spend $10,000 to $18,000 to put you on our platform? Because as a professional, we value your work. It's needed. This is the knowledge-based economy moving forward. And for that, we are going to market you to our platform at no cost to you. And as you are needed, individuals can reach out to you, and that's where you can actually upsell them. So let me just step back for a second, because when I got this, when I sat down with the founder, I have sold and marketed on Facebook for a while, and I've had a good ROI. The best ROI for the same thing is this. Here's what I want you to really understand. Someone who reaches out to you now already know your best work. So you don't have time for the individual or individuals that's going to ask you, about you, your product, your service, and how much does it cost, and waste your time. They already know you have value. When they're coming to you to move to the next level. And you will be marketed and branded. Now, here's what's really important here. Facebook advertising, Amazon advertising, any web-based advertising, billboard advertising, it's an advertisement that is there. And as much as information you put in the advertising, that's all the client knows about you. To go through your process. Some of you might have built different funnels, whether you use ClickFunnels, whatever it is, go through your sequence and process to get to know you. We have a sales force, and this is what I'm going to share with you now to give you the opportunity to expand also. So think of it this way. Just before the world went into lockdown, I was doing a Wealth Expo event in Canada on the stage with Grant Cardone, with Kevin Hart, Kevin Harrington, several other A-list speakers in Canada. It was a 2,500 individual event. Now, I would have gotten paid for anything I sold at that event and my talk that I did from stage. But I wouldn't earn anything from any of the other speakers. This opportunity that we're about to share with you here gives you the ability to earn from every person on our platform, right? So with the opportunity, what I'm going to transition into is for you to ask yourself. Now, some of you might be interested in just getting your content on the platform, and that's okay. I would definitely advise you to connect back with the person that invited you. But if you're open to an additional stream of income with our platform already, which is going to be selling and marketing you, this is where it made sense to me. To be able to earn not only from my work, but from every other professional on the platform. So as a company, ASCIRA, you might have asked yourself if this is the right time or place for you, even though we know it is for your content, we know it is for your work, it is for your life's work. It's the right time, the right place. But if you would like to not only get your work and information out there and earn some more income while most of us are in lockdown, whether you want to do it from the comfort of your home, do it with your loved one. I've been home the last 97 days. I have not left my house, except actually yesterday. I went to the hospital with my daughter. Don't worry, she's okay. It was her annual 2-year checkup, right? She's 2 years old. But to get some recognition and the chance to actually work with every other professional on the platform, this may be for you, and you get a chance to actually travel the world too. So let's talk a little bit about what our social lifestyle community is truly doing here. What we're doing in our community, we've already talked about this one here. Leadership training, that's you. That is over $1 billion a day industry. Your information, your content is needed throughout the world. And that industry is over $1 billion every 24 hours goes into personal development leadership, right? We're taking now social media because we have our own social media platform, which will give you a glimpse of what that's going to look like. It's very interactive, very rewarding, and it actually pays. Now, here's the difference. Like I mentioned earlier, that a lot of the other social learning communities do not give you remuneration unless you're running Facebook ads. So you have to pay into that. But on our social media platform, we're going to be advertising and marketing you and your work. That alone is a $55 billion industry. So we're putting that under the roof here. We're coupling all of it with the best form of marketing, which is word of mouth marketing. Any ad, as I was saying, stays there, but it cannot do what I'm doing here. It cannot explain you, your product, or your opportunity. It cannot explain the platform. It can only maybe list a few 160 words bulleted like you have on Twitter about what you are, who you are. But with us, you get a chance to have someone who is actually financially incentivized to promote and sell. That's why the company's been exploding and growing already in its infancy as a pre-launch. So you get the power of the network marketing industry, which is over 190 billion. And then, which we'll talk about here a little bit, the travel industry. We offer travel on the platform because, listen, most of you, if you're like me and you love to travel, you've been cooped up for so long, you will want to actually be able to start traveling and doing it for less than the average person. And then e-commerce, which is the largest space. So how do we actually plan to implement all of this? By doing this, bridging the digital virtual and physical, and I'll talk about our one physical product here soon, but it's to take our vision beyond $1 billion with your work. So with that in mind, we're going to be rolling it out in 3 phases. So those 3 phases are as follows. Number 1, the global marketing team, which is what I mentioned to you earlier we've been building. Someone from the global marketing team invited you on this presentation today. So it's word of mouth marketing, building and branding so that we can prepare for phase 2, which is our rollout of our social media platform. Now, why is this important? This is important because, as I mentioned, no one paid you to build Facebook. No one paid you to build LinkedIn. No one paid you to build TikTok, Instagram, or any of the other social platforms. But ASCIRA will pay every member $1 for every person they invite them to join our platform. I'm going to breathe on that one. So for some of you who have actually large followings, monetizing your platform to be able to bring them with you to share your information, your work, and then 10 cents on every person that they invite is a very, very powerful way to build a social media engine. So it took Facebook roughly about 10 years to get as popular as it is before it went into the catapult. When you think about that, we have given ourselves 10 years too to do the exact same thing, to go beyond $1 billion. But here's the beauty. They did it. The world wasn't very familiar with social media then. The world is more familiar with social media now, and you're being paid to do it. I think we're going to get there in less than half the time. Once we enact that, we will be bringing the e-commerce platform into phase 3. Why is that significant? Why is that important? Because of this. There's so many people that are shopping right now on e-commerce. Prior to COVID, it was roughly about 40% of the world, especially in Asia, who utilizes Alibaba. Moreover, us here in North America on Amazon. You put Amazon and Alibaba and social media together, well, already in the last 97 days since COVID happened, e-commerce went up another 23%. That's more than half. So the projection was by 2025, 95% of individuals prior to COVID would be purchasing through e-commerce. Now that number has increased. So I mentioned travel a little bit. We'll be offering travel as well so that you can experience some of the most amazing benefits and discounts for that, up to 70%. Travel exclusively using our concierge service and enjoy loyalty reward points. The one product I told you about that we have that's an actual physical product is coffee. Because in some markets, you actually need a physical product as we launch, utilizing the network marketing side of building a business. So we utilize coffee where you get a chance to take every cup and turn it into a profit center. So if that opportunity is appealing to you, then what will be even more important is to know that there's 9 different ways that you're actually compensated for building the business itself and introducing other professionals like you. So you're not earning only from your information, but you're earning from theirs as well. So the first way that we do that is for personal resale. Once we launch our subscription-based platform, 20% is the first way that you are remunerated. So if that was it's a $99, then it's 20% for that, right? So it's like $19. Go figure. There is no limit on that. Number 2 is personal wholesale. And that's basically introducing someone else to the business opportunity on one of our prepaid subscription packages that we have right now until we actually officially launch. Again, there's no limit to that, up to 15% that you earn daily doing that. And then my favorite, which is team building. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually the last of 13 kids from my family. At age 17, I joined the Marine Corps, so I joined a bigger team. And then when I left the military, the first business venture I got into was network marketing. So I joined another team. I understand the power of teamwork better than what I call the finger to the fist method. Better to build with a fist than a finger, doing stuff individually. You earn up to 35% with this. And not only from the benefit of yourself, when someone else builds and a team is formed under you because of someone else's effort, what we call our placement volume, you earn up to 35% from that too. So it's not only just you, there's so many other folks who will actually be on this platform to build a business. Some, like you, the coach, speaker, trainer, entrepreneur, you want to be out there building otherwise and just benefit from this. They will be building, you'll be able to be positioned probably to venture more in this area than anything else if you're not looking to build aggressively, but you can understand positioning. Some of the greatest entrepreneurs in North America or in the world, like even President Trump endorsed and participated in the network marketing. Bill Clinton, right? So many others, Les Brown, the 20, so many of them understand this space, but here's what they understand most importantly. They understand leverage. When you can leverage the efforts of others with yourself, that's a very, very powerful thing. And number 5, which is the most powerful, is the subscription base. That's going to be 80% of our company's volume or revenue. 35% of that you're able to earn from. And then the 6th is a matching bonus. Think of it this way. For the team that you're building, for everyone that you personally bring on, and you teach and you help and you mentor them, you earn up to a 50% check match on what they're earning. So when you look at that on a monthly basis, if they're generating $10,000, that's a $5,000 check match. How many individuals do you want to bring on board and train and teach and help mentor to earn that amount from? The 7th is a rank advancement. We have that moves basically from what we call bronze all the way up to Royal Ambassador. There's over $2 million of bonuses alone in this one, and it is a one-time bonus. But as you continue to maintain those different positions and ranks you go through, you're able to earn what's called a lifestyle bonus, and that's anywhere from $300 to $10,000 a month. So with that in mind, you think of having your work on a platform, people seeing and branding you globally, and the ability to earn from so many other efforts. This is one of my favorite, number 9. When you get to the position of diamond, you're able now to earn in what we call our global diamond pool. Now this is 3% of ASCIRA's worldwide volume shared by all the qualified diamonds and above. With that being said, this global pool is actually divided per rank, and it's calculated monthly and paid out every quarter. So it's like owning shares with the company. All right. Lastly, peak performance reward. You deserve to be rewarded for your performance. So we do that in VIP style. So the peak performance rewards, we will have regional leadership retreats, diamond summit retreats for those who got to the diamond level and above, and the $1 Million Club. If you earn a total of $1 million with us or more, you'll be pampered at a lot of these retreats and events, and the chance to actually connect, collaborate, and network with other successful entrepreneurs, authors, teachers, trainers around the world as you see fit. And to get involved with us, there's really only 2 paths to share here with you if you want. If you are looking to participate with us on the business side, if you just want to get your work on the platform, like I said earlier, connect back with the person who invited you. They'll help you through that process by helping you put your work on our platform. But the first pack that we have here is our Pro Pack, which was available up until June 4th, but we've extended that this month in our extension of our pre-launch period that we're in. You get a chance to activate 3 of our business centers. This value is normally $1,700, and it will return to that once we launch. 4 months to the ASCIRA Academy, which I shared with you earlier. 4 months to Smart Travel, and 1 actual live convention ticket, which is upgradable to our Founders Pack. Now the significance behind this is, imagine going to all our live events, or individuals who come to our live events to meet a lot of you, coaches and trainers that are high level. There's only ever going to be 1,000 of these available. We've already sold a few hundred of them in the pre-launch. Once we do attain 1,000, we will not go back or extend that. So it's important to know and understand that what the person actually gets as a founder, if you choose to become a founder yourself, you have one of my favorite, 1 lifetime priority access. So a VIP pass for the life of you as long as this company is around, to all our events. And we, as a company, plan to do a minimum of about between 2 to 4 events a year. Now, the VIP tickets are going to be more expensive, but let's just say at a minimum, it's $1,000 per event for the VIP ticket. You get to take yourself and someone else. That's $2,000 per event. If it's 4 events a year that you attend, that's $8,000. It's already a higher return than the investment. In 4 years, well, you obviously can do the math on that. The ROI is greater. It's about $100,000 of an ROI here. So this is why it's limited, because a company would actually lose money doing more than 1,000 of that, to be honest with you. You get a permanent lifetime recognition founders pin, activate all 3 of the business centers building with us, highlight on our corporate page more branding for you, okay, priority access with all our customer service to our events, and then invitation to all the rank qualified training. So you will always be in the in crowd with us, invitation to 18 months access to the academy and 12 months to the smart travel. So with all of that information I shared, that brings me down to asking you if you want to participate with us in one of 2 ways. One, if you want to participate with us as a coach, mentor, teacher, trainer, and have your work on our platform, please connect back to the person that invited you so they can help you start the process. If you see the business opportunity, then the decision is yours to choose whether you want to just become a marketing associate like myself and so many others here. You can actually just choose to become a wholesale member and just get benefits for yourself, or just enjoy the benefits and become a retail customer with us. But either way, I'm excited to share and invite you all back to what we're going to do. We're just going to move into the question and answer period here now, because I know that I went through a lot of that information really fast, and some of you have been on here for a while. Thank you for your time, and I definitely want to just kind of slow down for a second and open up so that I can answer questions for each and every one of you that you might have. So if you do French, Spanish, or any other language, then type it in the bar. We have several Spanish speakers, Hindu, French, that we can answer your questions for you. So with that, thank you all so much for your time. I'm just going to open it up right now for questions and ask. You can unmic yourself. You can raise your hand or drop. Okay, awesome. Or drop a comment in the bar so that we can get your questions answered. So with that, I'm going to breathe, take some more water, and we're open for questions. Who'd like to go first? Well, I'm going to start picking on names. And Rizwan, good to see you, brother. It's been a while. I'm going to pick on you first. So we've been talking the other day, and now we got plenty of time to answer questions. What questions do you have so far?
Good to be here, too.
I'm glad you're here.
I think the majority of the question would be, I mean, although I have discussed with you personally, but maybe a question to be, what is the first step? Where do I go from there? I got the package. I understand that package. Where do I go next? What is the first step beside meeting the person who has invited me?
Awesome. So the first step, really, for a lot of you who are coaches and trainers on today, is to decide, which direction do you want to go first? Do you just want to have your content on the platform, or do you want to have your content on the platform and build a business? If it's just the content on the platform, obviously we've spoken before, but for everyone else, it's, let's say you just want your content on the platform, I would give you the PDF with the process that it takes, which you pretty much already have, so you know what that is. Moving forward, how do you get your audition video to our content review board, and they'll review it. If you're accepted, then we'll talk about getting you into one of our studios, putting your course together, and making that happen. We have Robert, who actually just finished doing that a few weeks ago. But if it's for the business as well, then, or both, then it's the same process for that half. The second half would be to decide, which package you want to get started with, whether it's the Pro Pack or the Founders Pack. And right now, because we're in pre-launch, it's one of the good problems to have with a new company as we're building. We launched to the entire world. So some parts of the world with different payment structures, it's easier to actually just go to the website and sign up. Here in North America, where it's the largest in the world for fraud, We use either Bitcoin or right now through PayPal to submit that amount to get a code back to you to actually get started right away in the business, and then you're up and running. Great question, by the way. So what I'll do here, since I see Robert's smiley face, Robert, would you mind coming on and sharing what your process was like? Because he actually just finished getting his entire, well, actually you guys saw his course up on there, right? So Robert just finished the process, gotten his stuff done, and he's excited to be able to see the whole new platform itself. We were just chatting back and forth last night. So Robert, why don't you share with us what that process was like for you and what it's done for you so far?
Well, you know, it was a new reality for me after almost 20 years of being on stage, training on stage, interacting with an audience, going from that to actually interacting with a camera to keep people engaged. Because you know me, I'm high energy and I like to keep people flowing. So it was a learning process and I got to really see what ASCIRA is putting behind it. The Tamira will appreciate this one. Even they had to do the makeup for him. You know, and they put on, first time I've had to wear makeup, I got to tell you. And I still say I was getting a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Concerned, because it took them an hour to do my makeup. And my mind was going, am I that ugly that is taking an hour to do my makeup? And so I was getting a little conscious on that. Then I found out that the ladies, because they do their makeup and their hair, they saved an hour on me for hair. The ladies take about 2 hours to do the makeup. So I didn't feel so bad. But it was an amazing, amazing process. And now that I've gone through it, having that understanding has been helping me with my team members to get them prepped. Because anybody who wants to be a content provider, to be able to truly get their information out to the world, one of the really cool things, Dr. when you were doing the presentation, and you're going through all the people, we saw the amazing teaching in Chinese. Jack Chu is one of our team members out of Taiwan. He actually, while they were there in lockdown, our recording crew, he was able to go get his content recorded as well. So it's just, yeah, it gets exciting for me to see. Sure, my material up there, because I love to teach people, but to see people I'm able to help get their content to the world, because there's so many amazing people that they may not be well known, they may not be worldwide, but their knowledge is what the world needs. And if I can play even the smallest little part in helping people get that knowledge to that platform, oh man, that's what excites me. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Vinny Cochran on there, Fasana, Annie, all these amazing people I've been, new family members. Stephanie, when she did the presentation in French today, I started learning French again. It was kind of cool. I'm walking in and listening. And I'm sure, as I said on a voice message, I'm sure I learned French just from listening to her, because I understood words in French like ASCIRA, money, money, money. When she started singing, I was like just learning French all over the place. It was awesome. This is the excitement that I get, to be able to be part of the creation. And I'm hoping that's what people are really getting, what we are teaching them, is we are all parts of creating what is going to be this new platform. Don't just think of yourselves, if you're already a team member, as just being one of the team members. You're part of the creation. And that's what gets me really even more jazzed. And so going through the process of doing my first 17 modules, I can't wait to do more. So that's my 2 cents, my friend.
Awesome. Well, your 2 cents has been a pretty good 2 cents, and I appreciate you sharing that. I'm excited you get a chance to enjoy that process also. And for those of you who don't know, Robert and I set out on a goal earlier in the year when we started, is both of us are connected to a lot of professional speakers and trainers, and our goal was to get about 30% of the content providers, 30 to 40% throughout the company that we are directly responsible for. So over the course of the last 4 years, that's been my bubble, that's been my space, and I want to be able to serve so many other people. The truth is, I can afford to do so much and pay for it when I need to, but there's so many people, actually really good content providers. Some of you are probably on here, some of you are probably on Facebook, but you frankly can't really afford to get your message out there the way it needs to be. We're going to do it professionally for you. So I'm excited. I see, I'm going to pick on someone else I've seen before, but we haven't had a chance to talk much. Gurj Sagu, how are you, buddy? What questions do you have? We've been dodging each other.
Another awesome presentation. Thanks for having me on the call, Annie.
My friend.
I'm very impressed with all the information that you guys have shared. I actually met Robert back in 2007 at a Millionaire Mind event, and to see Robert's part of this community is, provides a lot of credibility. So it's great to see you, Robert.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
And I believe with, with your platform, thank you. With the platform that you guys are putting together here, it's very exciting to build something globally. And that's where my interest would be, is to build internationally in Asia. And to have mentors like yourself and Robert would be a great advantage versus starting something on your own. So I'll be speaking with Annie and see, where we can take this.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And that's where you're looking to focus, is where I've been looking to focus. And just for my own selfish reasons to let you all know, the reason I wanted to focus in Asia and India is that's more than 2/3 of the world. They are already, like I said earlier, the largest consumers of English material. And the person that actually wins what I call across the pond, I was in a mastermind with 20 Robbins a couple of years ago, and that's what he said. The person who wins across the pond wins the game. So I've been looking to do that for a while. Fasana, who's my CEO of Global Operations, we've been traveling from city to city, country to country over the course of like the first 6 months of building our business, which we built over to 335%. And our conversation every time we were traveling was like, how are we going to bottle up what we're doing and put it on the platform? So when this opportunity came, and I told her, at first she was like, are you serious? And when she saw the vision, I'm like, dude, think about it. At your age, in about a year, you'll be branded globally across the world. And she got it. And there's nothing more, for those of you who know me, my greatest passion now is the empowerment of women. So I have 3 daughters. There's nothing more than a powerful woman standing there in her power, in her message, being able to deliver it to the world confidently, especially in the Asian Indian market where it's needed the most, right? So I absolutely love that. And then to add a cherry on top of this whole beautiful cake, our founder and CEO is another superpower. And we've recently launched a female movement within the company. I'm so excited because I get to participate with my passion and
you guys have those packages of 1 million letters, like 3 in a pack?
With all that happening, if you guys can mute your mic when you're not talking, that'll be great. But I just wanted to actually share that. And now ask again, if you have any other questions. I saw Dave, your question was, how can we get a recording of this? Once it's done and it's up, it'll be out. The Ninja Annie will get you the link. It'll be on our sheet. But I think we'll probably just post this in our community page so everybody has it right away once it's finished to share with other folks as well. What other questions do we have, or who wants to raise their hand and ask? Okay, I see one here. Who's this from?
We've got a Dr. Princess Makolo who has her hand up.
Oh, awesome. Well, hello, Dr. Princess Makolo. What questions do you have?
Yes, hello. How are you doing? My question is, the materials, the content, are they all going to be asynchronous, or are we talking about the learning management system where we have variety of the synchronous and synchronous content? Is it just all videos, or is it actual start to finish courses with flexibility?
Yeah, so it's a combination of both. And as you saw earlier too, I mentioned, we'll be bridging the physical, digital, and virtual together. We have a, now I'm sharing secrets, virtual software that's going to be able to bring your information to life from the virtual side. I was just actually looking at a video of our virtual studios earlier this week. It will be incredible. So my course actually it's video, but there's content, there's a workbook, it's downloadable PDF, so folks can work and as creative as you are on a platform. If you've seen some of them, we offer the ability to do all of those as well.
Are the courses based on a structured number of weeks or quarter, or what is the format for the duration of the courses?
Got you. So ours is based on, as you saw earlier, anywhere from 180 to 220 minutes of content broken down into 20 modules that are minimum, say, 8 to 10 minute video pieces itself. So that's our base template is 20 videos. So my course is 20 videos, 10 minutes a piece. I also have a master course that we're going to be putting up soon, which is going to be a lot longer because in our platform, we have basic, intermediate, or advanced courses, and also to our tiered membership, there's also mentorship. So it graduates from basic, intermediate, advanced, or mentorship that's offered on the platform as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Those are some great questions, by the way. Anyone else? Who else had a question?
There's a question in the chat stream there, Obom.
Okay.
Mariola, who wants just clarification with the 3 packages.
Okay, so are you asking about the 3 packages to start as the business? We have, as I showed, the $4.99, the $4.999, and we have a newer package, which is $1.99 to get started as well on the business side. Is there a limit to how many courses we can provide? There is no limit. This Mariola, there is no limit to how many courses you can provide or produce, but it all starts with 1, right? So personally, I have dozens and dozens of courses, but I started with my 1 master course or my master class that's on there, and my actual game plan for bringing on other courses on the platform is probably in about a year or so, or a few 6 to 8 months when I bring on another one, because the truth is, as you see, I'm going to build up my following base to be able to have folks, because everything is based on viewership. They're going to fall in love with my other course, waiting for the next one to come out. It's kind of the same concept that iPhone has. Everyone gets on the iPhone and they can't wait for the next one to come out. So instead of putting 20 courses, I would say take your time, do your best one, and build your audience within our community that way globally. All right, so let's see, who else do we have here? Other questions from Lizette. Question about people who just want to be customers. Okay, so Lizette, for those who want to be customers, that once we do open, come out from the soft launch into actual launch to the world, those who just want to be customers will be able to subscribe on a monthly basis to our platform, web package. So they will also be prepaid subscription packages, or they can do month to month, just like someone does and have access to Amazon. Obviously, when you pay month to month, it's going to be more expensive than if you do a prepaid package, right? Just like the same as with Amazon, your cell phone bill, or anything else. So when can they start getting discounts for their vacations, and what is their monthly subscription fee? So that's 2 great questions too. So once we do actually launch, travel will be available next month, so they'll be able to get that once we're open. Once we're able to open up again for customers, so they'll have that. The subscription fee for that is $99 separately as well, or $139 together with both of them, so they can subscribe for travel or the platform, or bundle them together. And when do they start paying as such? Okay, so we just answered that part there. Great questions, Lizette.
This is Lisette. You just answered everything that I needed to know. Thank you. But,
You're very welcome.
They don't need to come in right now as the pre-launch with the $199 package, right? Since they don't want to do the business, they just want to be customers. So I suggest they wait when we do the official, the launch, soft launch.
Correct, yeah. So if they do want access to it, you just tell them so they can do for the 2 months and just have access to that. Right now, actually one of the things I mentioned with the Pro Pack, it's not 4 months. They'll actually have access to the platform for the remainder of the year. So for the next 6 months, right? So that's the benefit of getting involved now. So if they just want access to it, they could wait, or they could prepay for the access for the 4 months, which will give them 6 months remaining of the year, and move it that way, but they don't have to build a business. Or they can, like I said, they can just wait for that. Alicia said, is there a travel portion already on the site? I think we addressed that. It says discounts up to 70%, but what is the realistic discount from a retail to wholesale customer, and will be different based on what kind of customer you are? So with that, the question that Alicia asked, would it be different? So it won't be different as for the discounts that pertains to what level you got started at. The discounts are generated through travel. That's something completely different. So it has no bearing on if you started with a pro pack or a founder pack or an associate pack. And then says, when do you estimate phase 2? So phase 2 will be getting started in basically October, the latest of next year. So that's originally when we were going to start phase 2. Prior to COVID, since COVID has hit, a lot of things have sped up. So officially October of 2021, but before then, according to how things are going in the world right now, we may launch phase 2 a little earlier. Let's see, what other, I think that's it. Any other questions? Unless I missed one. You can raise your hand or type your question in the bar. Let's see. Lakshmi says, I have a question. Hi, Lakshmi.
Hi, Obom.
How are you?
I just wanted to know, you were explaining like the recruits, like when I get someone and you bring $1,000, it's going to be like 300, and then when they bring someone and they earn 1,000, then it would be 300 for them and then 100 for me. Sort of, if I've understood it right. I'm still trying to figure everything, like understand everything. So how far does it go down the ladder?
It continues to go there. It doesn't stop.
And so it continues to go, and it's every time less money for the one above, or I'm just trying to understand the calculation.
No, so when you're building, as you see, there's 9 different ways that we do earn. And as your organization continues to build out, there are some of the ways directly for those that you personally bring on board, how much you earn from that group, a percentage that's checked, that's matched to what they earn. So there's constantly, as your organization gets larger, you get paid in different areas of the compensation plan additionally.
Dr. Oak, may I step in for just a minute? Okay, so Lakshmi, I understood your question is the one that was explained as the ultimate pack. That is 3 layers deep. And so if I go out and get someone and they bring in $1,000, I get 300. And then if you go out and bring someone in, you get that 300, I get 100. And then if that person goes and brings in Dr. O, for example, then that person gets 300, you get 100, and I get 100. That's 3 layers deep only.
Okay, that's exactly what I meant. It's 3 layers, and what comes afterwards is something new. Then it's a new start. I got it. I think. Thank you so much, both of you.
Absolutely. All right. So let me see. Someone else they had a question. Oh, for those of you who don't know, if you're asking who this beautiful young lady that just showed up, this is my better 3/4 and my better half. So my wife and my daughter. So Jaden, can you please run through the requirements for the application process? Now, if I don't know how to run through it, Jaden, but I can share it. Okay, so the requirements for the application process, Jaden, is as follows. For someone that wants to actually submit and become a content provider, you will be given the email to our content review board to request the application. Once you receive the application will list everything that is required for you to do, which I shared earlier in the presentation about your website, your social media links, and then actually submitting your digital presentation for review. And once it goes to the board reviews the process. Honey, can I have some more water? The board reviews the process, and if you are selected, then you will get a message or a call back to let you know when the next time is for you to get into one of our studios to record your content, have it on our platform like Robert just did. So was this Carrie Rabiel. Thank you, sweet. Love you. So hopefully that answered that. Was that another question that popped up? Trisha, awesome, thank you. Any other questions? You guys have some good questions today, by the way, I love it. All righty, don't be shy. All right, so now it's time for me to start picking on some of the names that I do not know. I see we have the CW. Hi, CW, welcome. Who invited you? What questions do you have? CW is a little shy. All right. So if there are no other questions, we're just going to wrap up. And what I would advise you to do is definitely connect back with the person that invited you out today and find out what the next steps are. If you are interested in becoming part of the business, we'll walk you through those steps. And if you're interested in just sharing your information on our platform to be branded globally so that we can market you to our international community, then we invite you to do so. With that, thank you all so much. Happy Tuesday, everyone. God bless you. We'll be back tomorrow sharing from the business side every hour on the hour, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 and 5 p.m. And then we'll be doing a question and answer then. My wife has an announcement. Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow, 1 o'clock is actually going to be in Hindu. 1 o'clock is in Hindu and 5 o'clock is in Spanish, just so you guys know. So if you guys know anybody that does speak Hindu or Spanish, it's 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So you guys have a great
1 p.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. So East Coast, 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. With that, happy Tuesday. We love you, bless you. Connect back to the person who invited you out. Thank you all for joining in today. Bye for now, everyone.